And a very good Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Woo! March 17th, 2019. This is going to be our farewell here for Narsa. You were going to be rolling out earlier, but you got the word that being as a Sunday, you had a little more time today to be able to hang out with us, which was a nice unexpected treat. So welcome to you, Curly Joe. How you doing, my friend? And Clancy, what's going on? Alex, all the best. How you doing, Polly? Nice to see you, honey. So wait till a few more people get in. I'm drinking one of my near beers. Hey, Gigi, how you doing, honey? Thanks for being so awesome on the streams. Gigi's always on the streams. I love her. Gigi, don't play. Vicky, thank you. Hey, Kim Singh. Hey, Kim C. Yeah, well, you'll see him again. Like I said, in the future. I mean, I got time on my hands. I'm going to be in Florida a lot, and I'm sure our paths will cross on the road too. We're out there with these Hey, Rosie, you know, I know you're out of here. Come on up to this truck stop and get some dinner and just hang out and do a stream or something. Easy Money, how are you?
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, there he is. And we're going to miss you. We're going to miss you. It's definitely been an epic. It's been just wild. Thank you, Joe Smith. Hey, Barbarella. It's been really wild hanging with Narsa and all the good stuff that we were able to do. Show you a little better side of Santa Rosa. You know, when I do the chooches in the hood and stuff, it's not as bad, of course, as some areas of the country, but you did see the beautiful side of the county. And
yeah, we got to see all the beautiful side, the okay side. It's not really a ghetto. I mean, it's more like it's funny for you guys, but you know, the area, I mean, $500,000, you're not going to see this in the ghetto, you know, the houses and stuff like that over there. So,
yeah, I mean, it's, you know, even in California, even a small, simple home, especially here in the Bay Area, is still super expensive. I mean, it's still a highly desirable place that people want to live and move to just because, hey, Embry, just because of the amount of, what do you say, wealth that's spun off this area between the wine industry, the Googles, the Facebooks, just all the big Apples, all the big companies up here. It's just big time. What's the thing that surprised you most here? I mean, you've ridden up and down 101. You've passed, you know, over top of Highway 101, split Santa Rosa into two parts. What gives you a different view going up the highway? It's just boring, and you know. So what is your biggest surprise for that? Anything really surprise you here that
really how close we are to by the water here over that pass, the Bodega overlook?
Mm-hmm.
That caught me off guard with how close we actually were to it. It's caught me off guard that you would think, like, even though we're in Northern California here, like, there's so much stuff that's been in like famous movies and stuff in this area. It's like, it's almost like Santa Rosa is like Hollywood in itself, you know? A lot of celebrity houses, celebrities that live out here and stuff like that. It was interesting to see how much a fire could devastate, you know, an area that is pretty nice, like nice big houses and stuff. You know, the EPA coming in telling people they got to rip the foundation out of the ground, like,
and take off 18 inches of soil has to be removed and taken to the Central Valley and dumped in too. It's very devastating. Hello everywhere. Yeah, how dare me not wear my moo dress, huh? I got to get a dashiki, blue. And well, we were setting up our big plans for winter time and things like that. And I did have a chance to get out and get some sun today. Your auntie still cranks it pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah.
But one of the things that always surprises people is, even though we're incredibly, you don't really think about it, you're so insulated from the Pacific, but we're only about 15 miles away from the mighty Pacific Ocean here in Santa Rosa. But you might as well be a world away because you can't use the beaches here. They're too damn cold year round. I mean, it can be 100 here in July and it can be 58 degrees on that
Really?
beach and that water. It's brutal down there because of that Aleutian Islands, that stream comes down and brings all that cold. And then, of course, if you're out on the waves, the nice big hungry great white 21-foot great white sharks that are cruising around
Become fish food.
Yeah, become fish food. Yeah, I'm starting to pick up a little bit of sun. Saw a different side of you, Narsa. Keep up the good work. And I think that's been my greatest thing, is see Narsa's drive to be an independent person and really not being anybody's shadow anymore. And when we talked about it, and we talked about the potential that you have for content is absolutely staggering.
It's immense.
It's immense. It absolutely is immense. Anybody have any anybody have any questions or anything? But nobody goes to the beach. Seafood is it's very rare to have seafood here. It's just not a big deal. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. Vanessa, I hope you're feeling a little more cheerful, honey. Good UK friend. The beach was beautiful, but the water it's very harsh. Believe me. Even in July and August, if you were to step foot in that, if you were to be dropped into that water by that beach, you have about a 15-minute life expectancy before hypothermia. It just takes you out. I mean, you have to wear a wetsuit year-round over there. Yeah, I bet you'd like that big worm. That's what you dream about all the time. Johnny Y, just more interaction. Yeah, Narsa, great streaming, just more interaction. Hi, Uber Goober lady. And you're still really getting used to mobile streaming and the ins and outs of that. And it does take a high degree of engagement to run a stream.
Yeah, to keep this the side chat entertained. And after all, we do that. We do what we do for you guys. And it's one thing I learned comparing channels and watching how people, like my Aunt Rosie and Aunt Jen, how they run their channels, how my uncle runs his, how I run mine, how different YouTubers run theirs, is that you have to be humble in this entertainment situation, because if you try to puff yourself up, you'll just get flattened out. I mean, the audience will just flatten you out. So families live through the downside of that, and people can be very involved. In your lives. I mean, when you put your life out there on YouTube, you're inviting people to be a part of that. You're basically saying, I'm a public figure, and that's it's like being a celebrity at this point. Like, it really is.
Beautiful to see you, Dawn. Wonderful, Mr. Z. Yeah, keep that content coming, Mr. Z. You're a real man. Putting out his own content. Boyd will definitely humble people. That's correct. Boyd will definitely humble you. It's like Narsa seen over the course of 4 days. Just boxes and stuff, and things just come in, and just, it's a real wonderful thing. You do generate a lot of friends. You really generate a lot of friends that come in and, do things for you in your life. And it's a wonderful thing. So I like to hear that. So, I mean, I'm thing I've enjoyed most. Curly Joe, it takes a very thick skin. And this is what I talked about this morning. You got to be able to run your own thing. So what are people going to look forward to for the future from you now, Narsa? The content that you're going to be doing?
It's just going to be truck reviews, chooching through various neighborhoods across the country when I have the ability to do so. Food reviews, things that are seen on the side of the road, attractions, accidents. If I have time to stop, show you guys the outcome of an accident, whether you blow a steer tire, or, it's every day I see something. You see a truck completely burned down to the ground.
Thank you, Embry. Thank you, honey. You can show people as bad as it gets out there on the road. We were talking about other things. We're talking about, once in a while, truckers die on the road. And I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I told Narsa, what an interesting thing to have to cover off when you're a long haul trucker and you're 2,300 miles from home and you pass away. Not necessarily behind him, maybe in your sleeper, maybe just keel over or something. What did he do? What obligations? What does the company do in those situations? And you stunned me with your answer, and I'm not going to let you talk about that on a separate video, but there's amazing things that go with trucking that we have no concept about. You know, constant battle between the owners of the company and the drivers, and always trying to get that respect, you know, and that feeling about safety. And well, maybe we'll just slap these on your rig, and maybe we'll do that, and how you have to stand your ground. Yeah. Well, Big Worm, I don't even know you, so I'm going to show you the gate. So, hasta la vista, baby.
You just got the royal boot,
You just got the royal boot,
Whoa,
brother.
Learn to love it.
Yeah, so we're going to say goodbye to you because you seem to be infatuated with your own worms, so we'll let you go. They're love ice truckers. That's a very, ice road truckers. And I told Narsa about, of course, our DW Red in this community was a famous ice road trucker. We have a legitimate trucking star, and he was trucking in Bolivia. Ate some salad at a restaurant and got sick as a mofo. I mean, he was really, really down. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? The guy a couple of years back, he was on Ice Road Truckers. I don't remember what his name was. He drove a Mack truck. They were getting ready to film a new season. You know how he passed away?
How?
In an airplane. The airplane crashed. They were flying over the Alaskan woods, and the engine failed and it went down. It's like all the times he crossed the ice and almost died in the water. And
what a way to go, man. You're not even on the road, and it's just film. Shit happens to you. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Nice to see you. You have a safe journey. Sean is winging his way to the UK, so that's going to be interesting content, too. To be lying, Narsa, you look better after you stay with Rosie. Better skin color, healthy looking. I think long walks suit you. This is one of the things that we talked about, health. And
yeah, I feel great.
Tell about like, when you go, you know, you do 5. Tell us about what a day's like. You know, you get up, you find out where you're going to get to your load, and you're expected sometimes to push 500 miles. Well, 500 miles, and what's it like when you finally crank into a rest area? You don't really feel like a lot of, you know, you got to be. It's not like you can just kick back when you're driving and just take a nap. You know? Yeah, I mean, you got to be on point. You got to be on point. No, I'm not going to be more tolerant with the boot Happy Meal when somebody's that nasty on the side chat. But when you have your own hangouts, Happy, you can run them any way that you want. Let's Narsa, just get a job driving local around the Rancho.
Driving through the hood, Joe.
Yeah, he had a good time. He had a good time here. Let's see. Vicky, how are you doing tonight, honey? Nice to see you.
Yeah, this California sun will tan you quick. The California sun will tan you quick. It's amazing. You just sit out there, and even though it's cool and the breeze is blowing, that sun is on you. Best way to tan.
It's, man, like a movie star here, huh? Try to put your Ray-Bans on and styling and profiling. Down the road. Yeah, it didn't take long. It didn't take long to already start picking up a tan. I was bikinied up out there today and doing a little bit of hookah. And thank you for introducing me to hookah. And those of you who thought I would be hooked, because I quit smoking on November 1st, 1995, I have no desire to begin smoking again. It's like hookah. It's a different kind of experience. I don't know how to describe it. When you put it away, you mentally think it's not that easy to just fire it up, like pull a cigarette out. You just forget about it, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll have those nights where I'm like, you know, I just don't feel like it. Pull the bowl out and water and stem, and It sets up faster than it breaks down. The breaking down part is annoying because you have to wait for the bowl to cool down.
Right.
You have coals that are still hot where you put them. You know, a lot of times they don't want to just chuck coals out of a window. I mean, if you're in a truck stop, hundreds of trucks are leaking oil and diesel and stuff.
That's what I said. You ever get tired of the smell of diesel when it's just like a constant companion. You step out of your truck in the morning and do your check, and it's just, oh man, that diesel smell. Let's see. Yeah, I hear you, Curly Joe. Hello, Kitten Cat. Let's see. Do we have time for another 1,500 calories? That was funny as shit yesterday. When I'll tell you, Kitten Cat runs hot and cold on me. But man, she put some funny shit on the streams, and that was epic when you were at the McDonald's doing a little carbo loading. You were starting to get tapped out on that, huh? You had to get you had to get the jolt.
Yeah, I gotta give myself a jolt.
Sound like Drury. Got to get myself a jolt. No, say. Yeah, it's like hookah's an event. It's different than pulling out a cigarette out of a pack of. I mean, I had some comments. Rosie, that fucking noise drives me nuts. From all I hear is that bubbling, and I want to put my hands around your neck and just because I hate to hear that noise. But to me, it's very relaxing.
Yeah, they actually have hookahs that have a thing inside the stem where it bubbles, but you don't hear it.
Oh, it's like a muffler. Huh?
It's like a muffler.
Yeah, you want a muffler? What do you want? What? You want a hookah or you want to drive a fucking race car? What do you want to do, huh? You got a muffler. Yeah, he's on his way. What engine is in your truck?
He's got a Detroit in it.
Detroit, yeah. Yeah, and make sure you sub up Mr. Z. He is showing his amazing job and the precision work that he does on a daily basis. So, let's see. Gabriel Garcia said, Narsa, intermittent fasting will keep you thin without working out. Check it out. Works for me. You only eat really one meal a day now.
I only eat one meal a day, yeah.
But the lack of exercise.
I eat meat maybe 3 times a week.
You have what did you say? A vegetarian
just salad, straight
Subway?
to go walk in a Subway. I'll have the Veggie Delight salad. They just pile it high. You know what I do to them? Subway has an unlimited vegetable policy. You have to pay extra for meat and cheese. I'll have the girl pack the bowl. Spinach. I don't use lettuce. I just straight spinach. Mm-hmm. Then they chop it for you and chop it for you and chop it for you until it's basically a ball of green mush with some tomatoes in it. More spinach, more tomatoes, more onion, and mash it. And I'll have for like 10 minutes. I'll be sitting there mashing salad.
Well, you tell them about. I'm going to take the bread out of the oven, but keep going. Tell them about.
After I have the girl.
Tell them what packs the weight on. I mean, I don't know myself. What is it? What's the? What is?
I have a mashed salad. At the end of it, you have like a 2-pound mush salad. But you eat those, makes you feel great because it's all vitamins and minerals. You know. Nothing's toasted. All the vegetables have their serious like vitamins and minerals, you know. What'll pack on the weight is sugars, ice cream, chocolate, stuff like this. Let's see what y'all are saying in the side chat. Hello, everybody, to the side chat. Justifiable, Cobra, Jamie, Kimmy, Brandon, Gabriel. That's pretty good, Gabriel. Yeah, I'm like 270, right? Maybe I don't know how much I weigh. Last time I weighed out when I got back to work was 255, but it fluctuates when I'm in the truck.
Hey, Kimmy's, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, Justifiable Homicide, nice to see you. Yasmin, how you doing, sweetie?
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right, Jamie. The only way to lose weight, eat in moderation, and exercise. Yeah, walking's good, but that's not. You have to actually exert yourself, jogging and running. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, he did a lot of walking, and we don't really pile the food on here. I'm doing good, Kimmy. It's been a good visit. There'll be more times we'll be crossing paths, of course, in 2019. Hey, Hippie Chick, thank you. Yeah, we've done a good series of videos. I do got a little bad weather coming in midweek. I was going to do some boondocking this week. I'd love to go down. As many of you know, I'd love to go down to Point Reyes Station in Marin County. It's a beautiful place down there. I'm going on the Earthquake Trail and some other things. So let's see. Which state do you like driving in the most?
Texas.
Texas
and Ohio.
Ohio surprised me. And tell them, because I thought, oh, you probably ate Ohio, Pennsylvania, and gone through there. So
Ohio, the thing is, like when I'm going into the East Coast, Ohio's like my last little slice of heaven before I got to deal with the hell, because the roads are open, they're straight. Wintertime, they always keep the salt down. You never have problem with black ice. They have the travel plazas there on the turnpike. And once you get into PA, it sucks. But Texas, I'd have to say Texas. The only difficult parts of Texas is Dallas and Houston, because they have the spaghetti bowl highways and stuff, and the GPS will get messed up. But I've learned my way around both cities now. Even with the construction, I know how to worm my way through, so it's not as bad.
That are going to ask you to follow on is, which is the worst state? Did you?
The worst state, I'd have to say.
You're talking about Jersey earlier.
No, I don't mind. You know what I really don't enjoy going through is St. Louis, Missouri. The state of Missouri and northern Arkansas, because it's so hilly, so steep, downgrades extreme. There's no place to park. There's hardly any truck stops or rest areas.
All your pals in East St. Louis. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Talk about the hood. That's a place. That's a place to go chooching. I tell you what. I'll have to go chooching down there one of these days.
I'm going to be chooching in there. I've already told. I already said I'm looking forward to going chooching in it. He is qualified. He actually before automatics came in, Narsa, you were manual certified.
10 speeds.
10 speeds. So yeah, how you doing, Vinny? Nice to see you. You use trucker GPS or standard GPS?
Trucker GPS. Ryan McNally. Don't get a fool. They get messed up too.
Yeah, Cobra John's a trucker, among other things. Have you ever been to Maryland?
Thank you, Cobra John. Appreciate it. Have I ever been to Maryland? Yeah, lots of times.
Yeah. You got the Francis Scott Key Bridge or the McHenry Tunnel going.
Yeah.
Fort McHenry Tunnel. And I mean, it's just, from Washington, you start Richmond and then going up to I-90. It's like one continuous city. There is really no, you get north of Baltimore, maybe you get Aberdeen and up around Rising Sun and getting into Pennsylvania and Philly area and all that. So you wanted to add something to that?
Well, Mr. Whitney asked for an explanation.
Yeah, the 10 speed.
And somebody else said, oh, Mr. Z says auto is for wussies. I'm going to tell you both something. A lot of people say that. A lot of drivers say that. I was skeptical of the automatic myself. But if you think about it, once you get out onto the highway and you're in 10th gear, there's been times I've been in 10th gear for like 4 hours straight. So we're all automatic on the highway. The only difference is when it comes to stop traffic and city driving, I'm not clutching and double clutching and constantly moving, Transmission. The transmission is a little bit slower. I can shift a little bit faster than the transmission, but it's nice. The only thing that's not nice about the auto, they just fixed it now with a computer update. You put it in reverse and it would not go into creep mode, and it would just jump. The truck would go launch, and you can break the kingpin on the trailer and stuff.
Oh, man, can you imagine that?
They just fixed it. No, they haven't fixed it for the Peterbilt.
Thank you, Jennifer, for the sub up, and thank you for Original Al for recommending. Would you ever pick up a hitchhiker?
No.
Have you ever driven through Boston?
Yeah, I have. I had one hitchhiker throw himself on the truck. I was coming. It's interstate east and west, and then there's a bridge that goes across. I was going across the bridge and hooking a left to go onto the interstate, and it was like this Mexican dude, and there's like a guardrail, and he's like bent over the guardrail, like slung over. Looked like he was sleeping on the rail. And I'm looking at him like this, and I'm turning slow, and he pops his little head up, goes like this, and he starts running towards the truck, and he grabs onto the mirror. I slammed on the brake, and then he fell off, and my co-driver was sitting next to me in the passenger seat. He's like, "You okay?" And the guy's like, "I need it right." I put it in gear and kept going.
What the hell, man?
Shift in gears, 4th, 5th, pop the switch, swing it over, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, got on the highway, put it in a 10, done.
Benny, longest truck you've ever driven from bumper to bumper. They're getting ready to put 60 foots on the roads here, right?
How many days a week are you on the road, and how much vac can you take? Well, I stay out for 4 weeks, and I take 4 or 5 days off. So today was the 5th day I was supposed to leave, but my load doesn't pick up till tomorrow, and it's right around the corner. So I'll be rolling out tonight about 4 a.m., 5 a.m., something like that. Do I own my own rig? No, I don't. I just stay company. Let the company pay for everything, make a guarantee check every week, never have to worry about going in the hole.
Let's see what Vinny says. Longest truck ever driven bumper to bumper.
I don't know, just a standard full size, just a full size truck and a 53-foot trailer. Depending on where your fifth wheel is, that's gonna make about a foot
you're gonna
difference.
replace the Pizza Hut for 2020.
No, I love these shirts.
Again. They're
I
good
love
quality,
them. They're comfortable.
They're decent quality. Guy did scream, "Where's my pizza?" So why aren't you delivering my pizza out there? Let's see. I'm not sure about that. The longest hole you've ever been in? You said it. Although sometimes being an owner operator sounds good, at other times they're keeping a closer eye on you when you're,
that's discrimination.
Yeah. Thank you, Carlos. Very nice. Hope your truck rolls over. Awesome. Have a good day, Carlos. Maintain that spirit. 65-foot max in California without a permit load. Okay. And you said they want to start putting 60s on here. I mean, it's insane. You can't even handle them in a terminal, right?
Yeah. No, it'd be useless in a truck stop. The truck stops now are tight as it is. Do I like driving in Cali? Central and Northern Cal, yes. Southern Cal, no.
Longest legal truck in a 3-trailer setup was 119 feet.
Yeah, that's about a little over double in length.
Favorite trip or memory while visiting the Rancho this past week?
Favorite trip or memory? That's the thing. It's hard because it was all my favorite. It was like, y'all don't understand. From the time I pull the air brakes till the time that I push in the air brakes to roll out, it's fun. There's like literally, there is no boring, like
there's no downtime here.
There's literally no down. Like you wake up, breakfast, bust the cameras out, have fun, go out here, get the hookah out, smoke hookah, talk to you guys, go get something to eat, food review, playing with there's just playing with Georgie, wall of sound, like it just goes on and on and on,
like being in a fraternity sorority house here. Crazy Aunt Rosie keeps shit going along. My greatest memory was when he came up that bluff and saw that Pacific for the first time and looked out over that vista, overlooking that Bodega head.
Yeah, the Bodega. What I witnessed there, that was the most vivid and sharp. Like, I just standing out there, the air is so clean. It's like you feel like you have 20/20 vision. There's so much going on. I took my glass off. I'm like, wow, it looks the same with the glasses off than it does on.
Just takes your breath away. It's just
it really
staggering.
is.
There's so much to take in. It's just, this is like a fun house for adults. That's right. So this is why we always, thank you, Juice. This is why we always welcome people to the Rancho. And now we have, of course, met Robert yesterday, and I'm sure you'll see Robert up here on the Rancho. And Robert's got to be broken in a little bit. He was a little overwhelmed. He's like, wow, he's sitting at that McDonald's. His eyes started glaze over. All the people commenting on it's like 220 people on a stream or whatever. And he's just like, I got to bail, man. It's just like too much to comprehend. Got ourselves. Bodega is beautiful. Yeah. I don't know, Vinny said, how many pallet spaces are on your trailer?
Just depends on the size of the pallets. Let's see here.
Yeah, how much, you know, Flyboy Glenn is like Rosie's all business. How much did Rosie charge you for taking care of you all week? You got the family rate here, you know. I'm only kidding. How you going to charge him, you know? You're welcome to come out, Mike G. Yeah, Robert was very sweet. Robert's, yeah, it's too sweet. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like, it's Tippy Hedren and the Birds. Thank you very much, Bella Rose. 24 doubled here, 48 in total. Hi, Julie. Yasmin says, I really love the chooching videos with Narsa and Rosie. Safe journey on the road. Yeah. Would be more good stuff coming up. Here, weights over axles, front included.
Well, the rule here is it's 12 on the steers, which is the front tires, and then 34 on the drives, which is on the tractor, and then 34 on the trailer. I have some equipment on the truck, so I have paperwork documenting saying I can go up to 12.5 on the steers, but I never push 33.5 on both my trailer and tractor. It's always 32, 33, 31. One time I came close, you know, 30, 33.8, 33.9, you know, on both. That was heavy, and it was liquid.
You feel can you sense the weight, you know, even?
You can, you know, when it's real heavy, the truck will, you know, like kind of struggle. When it's light, the truck takes off.
How you doing, Mrs. Zombie? It's been nice to have you on the stream. Biggest fine for overload. Have you ever run an overload? No,
I never do, because I always take the truck to CAT scale. I get it scaled out. You know, if the scale is wrong and I do get a ticket for being overweight, I just take that ticket to court. CAT scale's got their lawyers.
Thanks, Shannon.
And it gets smoothed over. So,
yeah. Are you over? He's an over the road trucker. So. Is Rosie hooking up with Narsa?
This is my Aunt Rosie. That's ancestral.
You guys are too funny. Elbow gives your channel. Well, you know, as we've said before, people got to stand. Love you too, Mrs. Zombie, and Jerry too. People got to stand or fall on their own merits on YouTube. And I stopped trying to carry the cross for other people's channels and stuff. The hell with that.
Yeah, we just got to do
the hell
thing.
with that. I'm going to go where I want. I'm going to associate with whom I want and do do the things I want to do. How many times have you stolen merchandise?
Never. Never. It's a given to us, honestly. Free ice cream, free chocolate, free this, free that. I got a friend of mine that was home with laptops.
Like sometimes something will split on the dock and then you just take it. You know, like what was it? Bags of candy?
Bags of chocolate, tortillas, flour, sugar. Cans of food, Progresso soup. Yeah. They're just like, oh, there's a dent in the can here. Okay.
You know. What is that? Foops?
I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Yeah. Rosie is Elvis's sister. That explains it all. Well, they do parody that we eat the same and smack our lips.
You guys have to understand, nobody's responsible for anybody on YouTube. You know, a lot of you guys try to hold me accountable. Like the time me and Marshall were sitting in the car, and I'm sitting there like, oh your presents paid for this car, and we're talking smack. Yeah. Like, that's all entertainment, shock value. It's called heel, and the wrestling business where a good character turns bad, and it's, you know, y'all still talking about it till this day. So we did something right. So,
Rosie, you know that Bergs is jealous. Well, I tried to address Bergs this morning. Thank you, Gabrielle. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Thank you, Gabrielle.
YouTube. I want him to be a steady presence on YouTube. It's not going to be able to do, at least a couple times a week, I hope, and to be able to hit some hangouts and do his own hangouts too. He now has the gear, so instead of the camera flopping over and falling, he's got his good Joby Gorilla
Pod. I got the Joby, and I got the selfie
stick and all that. So. He did take Elvis with him on the road. He actually did take him on the road.
If push comes to shove, he never wants to drive again, and it's not for everybody. But if something did happen to his van, like catastrophic, all I'm going to do is just go get a bigger truck toss him on the top bunk with some stuff, his clothes, and he can just live on the truck. You wouldn't have to drive or work, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. We've not filmed anything with the truck. It's just to keep things private here in that. So
A lot of people may be against my idea, but I mean, you guys have to understand, it's my family. I got love for him. He's my uncle, and he does a lot of stuff that I don't agree with, you know. But this is just not. I guess this is what they would call the Assyrian Port. You know, I feel like it's in my Assyrian DNA to not let them sink.
how could you live in a truck with Elvis? Well, it is what it is, you know.
Just keep the windows open. So
He does a lot, you know. Most people realize Elvis just does stuff for shock value and to do that. So I don't ever take that stuff too seriously. And but people make up their own mind. I was listening to Uber Goober lady today, and it's just like most of the stuff is just shock value and just to incite people talking. And
yeah, this is what keeps people talking. This is what keeps people entertained, tuning in. They want to keep watching. I mean, who wants to sit here and watch a hangout where people just talk about smashing uglies for 5 hours? Like, you know, nobody wants to watch stuff like that. It gets old. Stuff has to be fresh. Stuff has to be new. You know, it's just gotta be cool. What did Gilbert John say? No social media when you're driving a company truck policy. Yeah, well, yeah, not while you're driving. I don't do it while I'm driving.
they don't go for that at all, man. That's a no-go. I've already learned that. So I just don't know why Bergs is all bent. You know, what more can I do? You try to tell people, you know, it's like Norm was on the Elvis side. Norm's like Rosie, the best is yet to come. It's like, how do we control what's going on?
What is this FTW? Darcy, would you like to meet a woman to take with you on the road? I've done it. I've done it 3 times. 3 different women that have wanted to come out and see what the life is like. All 3 of them I ended up training, and they got their CDL.
Yeah, I hear you, Goober lady. I just don't even go down that road. I'm happy you cover that off. We know what people do.
Who's the ST Jews?
I don't know, just some guy that hanged out. Are you too sexually attracted to one another? He's drunk like he ate his brain. I just don't know about that. How much rent do you charge for the top?
How much rent?
Ever been attacked by a pack of spider monkeys? Holy shit!
What's his name get attacked by the spider monkey?
Yeah.
Will Burson in India.
Will Burson over in India. Yeah.
They like climbed onto his little scooter and took his peed on his little medication bottle or whatever.
Yeah, Darcy, but you were there to watch it, right? Why were you there, Darcy McCarthy? That's my whole point. If you're going to be in those streams, you got to know what's coming up. I missed the question, Vinny. I'm sorry. Repeat, please.
What did Vinny
I missed the question, Vinny. Sorry. That's what I mean. These people come over and report what was said in the hangout over there. Oh, cool. Your brother and his wife were a truck team. They loved it. That's cool. I'm actually considering getting my own CDL and having Narsa train me up. I think it'd be very fascinating, you know.
Yeah. Then you'd have the skills to back and drive and
Well, my best advice is, Darcy, take the next step and just unsub the channel then. If it's gonna be, you know, I don't want to say if you can't separate the WWE from the reality of just being a just trying to be controversial for the sake of being controversial.
You gotta have controversy. That's how you keep people talking. You know, people may say it's bad publicity, but there's really no such thing as bad publicity. It is what it is. All these people that make parodies and restream and all this stuff, just free advertising. Makes you all laugh.
Yeah, let me see what Vinny's question. I guess he's re-putting his question down again.
But yeah,
I mean, most everybody knows that who's straight up and honest and stuff, and who scams and things. So I'm going to go get this stuff out. You watch Vinny's question.
All right, I'll be looking out for his question. Yeah, I've had 3 different women on the truck. You know, it's like, yeah. It's just, the women are easier to train, but, you know, they listen more, they're more compassionate, they don't have an ego, they don't question what you say as a trainer. The men, the thing is with women, like, women are a lot more sensitive when it comes to health. You know, they develop UTIs while out on the road because they're holding their bladder because they don't want to pee, but they have to pee like every 5 minutes. I got you, Gabrielle. We're going to get that Filipino food. You know, women, when they get frustrated, they just stop and cry. Like, you know, they can't back. They start crying, you know. The guys just get mad and they get all egotistical, like, oh, it's not working. They start punching the steering wheel and stuff like that, you know. But when it comes to training, I'd rather train a female, honestly. But not on the road, you know. On the road, you know, I'll just deal with the guy. It's easier. But yeah. You know, then another problem is the women sometimes, like, they try to develop feelings for their trainers, and it's not a, you know, you got like a 40-something-year-old lady that's like, starts calling you honey and sweetie. It's like, no. Got to put the brakes on that, you know. This is a job. We're here to be professional. Besides, like, you're my mom's age. It's kind of creepy, you know. But
What did Vinny ask?
I don't know. I'm still waiting on Vinny. He says, oh, for F's sake, answer. I think he's just trolling. I don't think he's got an actual question. What's your question, Vinny? You're asking, you said answer the question. What's your question? Man, you guys typing so fast in the side chat. I develop feelings for the vehicle. That's funny. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate it. Darcy McCarthy. What happened to that job? What job? Who are we talking about? Oh, shit. The camera went out. I'm 23 and no, Lamia. How many people you got watching? 147. Which YouTube creator would I have that with? Nobody. Didn't Marshall have a trucking job?
Buddy.
Yes, he did. I got him in, trained him up. He realized it wasn't for him, and he moved on, Darcy. You know, that's another thing y'all got to understand. This job is not for everybody.
Hey,
so
Mr. Z in the house. Sup?
The job is not for everybody, you know?
Hello, Cheryl.
Just because you can drive a truck doesn't mean you can be a truck driver. So, or at least a trucker. Vinny G, he says, you know, like, he's mad that I wouldn't answer his question, but he hasn't posted his question up.
I missed the question. Vinny. Let's see if I can scroll up.
There's no question.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Missy Jenn's here. Hey, how you doing, Joe King? Nice to see you. No job. I just think he's gone all in on being a YouTube entertainer. Darcy McCarthy, why don't you go ahead and address that question to him? Ever seen any creepy shit on the road, like clowns or black-eyed kids?
I seen a girl that her eyes were straight black. That was pretty spooky.
What?
Like, she came into the truck stop, she looked at me, it's just black, her whole eyes black. I looked at her. I'm like, if you're trying to creep somebody out, like you're not really doing a great job. And you know what was creepy? I pulled into Amarillo, Texas, T8. No, not T8. It was Flying J. Flying J. I had to take a deuce, right? So I pull in. It's like 3:30 in the morning. It's like summertime. Go in the bathroom. Nobody in the truck stop. Everybody's sleeping. I'm inside the bathroom by myself, and this black guy comes in. And he's sitting there and he's rapping. See, here it is again. What's the point I'm asking and no one can see it?
Go ahead, Darcy.
Anyways.
Just tell your story. I think
So-
Vinny's just trolling me over here.
Yeah, so anyways. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm doing my business. And this guy's like rapping and rapping and rapping. I'm kind of sitting there like, man, my man's got bars here. And then he stops. And he puts his deep voice on. He's like, I am the devil. And all this.
Oh, fuck, here we go. We're up to a 10, you know, it's like a shit. It went from cool to, oh, fuck, you know. Here's the crystal meth, yeah. It's like Narsa going to have to find his way out of the shitter to get out of the bed. I am the devil. Oh, biggest fine for being overloaded. I don't think you were ever overloaded.
I've never been fined, so I wouldn't know. Never had a ticket. Thank God.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever had one for I don't know. Darcy McCarthy, I'd write your questions to Joe King. He's the clearinghouse for content over there. So I think that's kind of funny.
So anyways, so I'm in the bathroom and he comes up, I am the devil. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh, geez, okay. So I'm like halfway finished, right? He's like, oh, shall the bow down and worship me. You know, and he's sitting there and he's in the stall next to me, he starts banging on the walls.
Holy shit, you know?
He's sitting there, banging on the wall. I am the devil. Oh, well, then give me your soul. My phone's on the top of the toilet paper holder. It's rattling like this. I'm holding the phone. I'm like, hey, you better quit banging on the wall here. And he won't stop. He's just banging on the walls.
Dropping a deuce here.
So I finish up with him screaming, I'm the devil. I'm killing everybody. I got out the stall and I start punching the stall door like, hey, if you don't quit, you're going to have a problem. You know? And the lock worked itself loose. I open the door. He's not even using the bathroom. He's just standing there. I am the devil. Like this. I'm just like, are you going to stop? And he's just ignoring me. And I'm like, fuck. So I get out and I'm go out to the cashier, the managers. I say, hey, you got a guy that's inside screaming about, I am the devil. And he's pounding the doors. And, you know, he comes out and this guy is like, what do they call it? Like ashy? He's like ashy as hell. He's got look like someone like poured like the charcoal, you know, like from the hookah, like all in his hair, all over his clothes. And I'm like, what the hell? And he's like got the cross upside down on his forehead. And the manager, she's like a 70-year-old senior citizen.
Came from New Orleans.
Yeah. She's like, oh my, she froze in her tracks. She got scared. I was like, call the cops, get this guy out of here, you know? And he's like walking through the store and he's knocking shit off the shelves and stuff. I was like, man, gotta go.
He was possessed.
Gotta go. Yeah, maybe it was melting. Yeah. Yeah, we caught a little bit of melting stream last night. Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, it's just I don't really talk about them on my stream, so that's fine, Laura Lay. Feel free to answer Darcy's question anytime you want to jump in and give the answer, Laura. Feel free to do so. Okay. Yeah, it's not my kind of thing to get involved in that. Cute kitty. Oh, you heading out of town on the road? Where are you going, honey? Where are you headed to? That's exciting. What kind of radio or music do you listen to at night? What do you do at night to unwind besides dog farts?
If I'm riding overnight, I try to have upbeat music to keep you up. Mm-hmm. You know, some like club music or something like that. Assyrian wedding party music. Usually when I'm ending my days, I'll have something smooth like jazz, classical music, something to, like make you relax and stuff.
How many hours a day does Narsa drive versus sleeping? Hey, pecan baby.
How many hours a day do I drive versus sleep? My drive shift's about 8 hours a day, 8, 9 hours a day. I like to stop at like the 8.5, 9 hour mark.
Is there anything like overtime? Are you allowed?
Not really. Just run your miles. There's no overtime. I mean,
I thought federal mandates where you could only do so many hours behind the wheel or so.
Yeah, you're allowed to drive 11 hours a day, and you have a 14-hour work day. So within those 14 hours, you can physically be driving 11 hours, and then those other 3 hours are reserved for fueling, maintaining the truck, your half-hour mandatory break.
Yeah, nothing like 2 a.m. jamming to wedding music. Absolutely.
Well, Juice doesn't understand. It's not
Laura Lay just came into troll. That's all. They both did the little troll game. Whatever, Yeah, Missy's quiet. She's not ever much of a. Talker. So we'll check this bread here.
When you get told which comes off, is that your question, Vinny? What do you mean when? What's coming off? Yeah, I've seen all kinds of stuff. I mean, I've written down that like seen a lot of crazy stuff. Just seen people have seances in cemeteries in the middle of the night. Like I remember one time I parked on this road along the cemetery. Looked over, a bunch of people standing there in the dark, holding hands, walking around in circles. I'm like, alrighty then. A lot of spooky stuff.
Yeah, have you ever seen the one with Peter Fonda where they were driving in the RV and they witnessed the ceremony there, and then they were trying to escape and they were always followed? It was from the 80s, a movie.
No, I don't know.
They were in an RV and they're trying to escape the devil worshippers and they couldn't escape them.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I've seen a lot of weird stuff out on the road,
The devil.
Yeah.
You thought you were squeezing out a fat one?
Covered with ash and shit.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, like if you don't quit banging on the doors, you're about to see the devil, like for real. Like you need to stop doing. Because like I was tired. It was the end of my shift. I was grouchy. I was exercising at the time, dieting, so like I was really cranky. I'm sitting there like, dude, if you bang on his door one more time, like you're gonna have. And he just kept doing it, ignoring everybody. Just like I'm about to kill this guy.
Obviously, he was like higher on something. But you see all kinds of shit. Yeah, because how about the food? Are there a lot of food options when you go to truck stops like a Flying J?
Most of the food is the same. It's either Subway, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Chester's Chicken. Every now and then you'll have Iron Skillet or Country Pride, I think is what it's called.
A lot of carbs and stuff.
Yeah, it's mostly just carbs, junk food. It's not food that drivers should not be eating. Like everything's fried. So.
Oh, thank you, Barbarella. I like their flag. Narsa, do you own a truck or lease if it's okay to ask?
I'm just company.
Company.
They own the truck. They own the trailers. I just drive. That's all I do.
Actually, you said that a lot of times that makes better sense than
to me it does, because I take a lot of time off. Like there's no way I could have, if I owned a truck or a lease, there's no way I could sit here at the Rancho 5 days not working. That's $1,000.
Right.
Exactly.
You like Cracker Barrel?
I don't like Cracker Barrel. No, I've stopped at a few Cracker
Barrels.
Barrels.
What's the deal with them? What is it about? People
it's
rave about
Cracker
the biscuits
Barrel.
and shit.
It's neat. They have a little store that's like old timey. They got candies from the 30s and 40s and 50s. It's overpriced. It's basically a morning breakfast place for old people. That they're gonna go in there and pay $3 for an egg and $4 for a cup of coffee, and it's you know, everything's in small portions, senior citizen portions, and they had the little rocking chairs that you can set out front, rock on them.
Oh, okay. Safe travels, cute kitty. Okay. Tom Finland says, I was recently in a Flying J a week ago. It was overpriced crap. So
yeah, that's one thing I want to tell everybody here. If you're driving anywhere, most of you people live in desolate areas right off of an interstate. Do not stop in a truck stop to get food. The Subways and Burger Kings and McDonald's and stuff, they're higher 1.5 times, almost double the price than that of just a regular store. Like they do that to us because they know we got no other option, that we have to pay for it. We got no choice. Other, you know, me, I got a fridge, I got equipment to cook on the truck, so I'm beating them. I've been beating them for years. But it amazes me. People in cars will stop and pay $10 for a foot-long sandwich at Subway. That's a $5 cold cut. They're paying $10. Like, why are you here?
yeah, he's gonna pay $10 for a cold cut. You know what I'm saying, on a sub. Yeah, well, I mean, what do you cook on the road? You say you cheat. What will you cook for your
steak? Got George Foreman. I mean,
you'll stop and pick up a
chicken.
at a supermarket or something.
Yeah, I like chicken breast. Throw them on and they get a little bit dry. But what are you gonna do? You know, I'm not in a full-fledged kitchen. I have to be careful because dishes are hard to wash out on the road.
We forgot about that dishwater thing, that sink thing.
Yeah.
To stop at the damn Bass Pro site. Cassidy said I would Instapot it.
Instapot's cool. A lot of drivers do the Instapot. I like those steamed veggies that come in the bag. You just pop them in the microwave.
Yeah.
The steamers, they're great. They're cheap. It's vegetables. If there's not a
Joe
Subway
King
nearby.
said back in the day, and I think this still holds over to today. Back in the day, truck stops used to be the place stopping. They did, and I think that they just got commercialized. I think they get charged a lot of money for these franchises to be in there because they know the flow of people is so great all day long.
But I mean, go to Walmart, for example. You buy a Snickers bar. Snickers bar in a Walmart is going to be 70 cents to $1 the most for the regular size bar.
Not $2 in a.
You go to a truck stop, it's like 2 for $3. It's 50 cents more a bar if you buy two. If you buy one, it's 2 something by itself. Yeah. So,
Traveling said Cracker Barrel is cheap and good. You know, I've never in my life eaten in a Cracker Barrel. So even with all the traveling,
you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
The only cool thing that's about Cracker Barrel is I think some of them allow RVs to park.
Yeah. They're
friendly about it, but most Cracker Barrels are inside of a Walmart parking lot, and they're in the hood.
Yeah.
So.
When the hell that one we booked? Remember when the hell that was? Somewhere we were down in. Damn.
Have I watched?
Yuma, Arizona. Oh, El Paso, Texas.
No, you guys, that's the thing. I'm not into the whole trucking thing. Like, I'm not. How do I explain it to y'all? I do it because I enjoy the lifestyle, but I do it more RV style. Like, I treat the truck more like an RV than a truck driver. Like, you're not going to see me walking around with cowboy boots on and skin tight jeans and a plaid shirt with a belt buckle this big and a cowboy hat and well, I'm a big truck driver. That's not me.
Eastbound and down, bone rocking.
Yeah, I'm not. I was funny at first.
We got a whole lot of roll in a short time to get there. That's it. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see you do some of your cooking on when you pull.
And now I got the Joby. I can tie it off somewhere in the truck, and y'all can have a view looking down. I got the fridge in the passenger where the passenger seat used to be, and it's like a big. Now it's like a table, really, which is nice. Although I put a dent in it. The other day, I put the microwave on top. Put a damn dent right on the top of the fridge. Pissed me off.
What do they make these fridges out of?
Garbage.
Garbage. Shit. Never seen a truck driver dresses like that. Like what? Like Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut has their big tractor trailers out there, big semis, right?
Yeah.
You got a big horn?
Yeah, I got air horn, city horn.
Let's just say it would pop the hood here if you were to.
See, like today I got dressed comfortably. I got my, what do they call these, sweatpants on?
Yeah.
Just my comfortable shirt. Like I was just ready to ride today. And They're like, yo, your load doesn't deliver till tomorrow,
my God,
so chill.
Carl Brooks, Jen. Y'all gave me hell for going over and checking out his channel that time. I thought I'd take a couple nights on his boats and people flipped out. Oh my God. I mean, I don't know the guy. Jen said the apple dumpling and ice cream is having it cracked.
Yeah, they used to have
know.
the vanilla ice cream with the brownie a la mode and stuff, but we're going to pay $6 for a brownie and ice cream.
No.
Go to Walmart, get a brownie, pop it in the microwave, you're done.
Yeah.
You know?
How you doing, JK? Nice to see you.
Plus, you got to tip the waitress, what, $2?
I'd make sure I was wearing comfortable clothes too if I was driving. Especially it gets on summertime. You must be some wretchedly hot. I mean, you're comforting in the cab, but I'm just saying.
The only way I would wear jeans and that kind of clothes if I was hauling cattle or pigs, like, you know, bull haulers and stuff, then yeah, you have to have like durable clothes, Carhartt and stuff like that, because you're tromping around in mud and feeding cows and pigs and chickens.
They couldn't pay me enough to fuck with that.
Oh, they pay pretty
it's a
big.
load of bulls, man. There you go.
They pay big.
Those
drivers are making the most money.
Emergency. The bulls are out, man. They're running on the highway.
The bull haulers, they make the most money. They got the nicest trucks, like custom Pete's, custom everything chrome. Like, they're making some serious money, but I like to take it easy. See, like, a lot of people think all these trucks are the same. They're really not. You have long hood Pete's, which is a classic American style that Marshall wants, but everybody doesn't realize it's like, you know, in a classic.
Going out of style now, or are they fading away?
No, they're still in style. Everybody wants them, but the thing is, the sleeper's wide, but the cab is small, so you can't see around your cab. And then this is how much room you have. You're literally like this. Here's a steering wheel. It's a space here. Passenger seats right here. Like, you're literally someone's in your face.
Like driving a Kia.
You can reach over, roll the window down. You know, it's very tight. Like, you know, in my truck, I'm like way out here. You're like way over there. You know?
Yeah, not in your space bubble. You know.
So, and you know, in my truck, I can stand up. I can stretch out.
Cassidy, you're all about comfort, baby. Cassidy Hampton is built for comfort, baby.
Red pill, to answer your question, I do not recommend it. It's just, everything is very sensitive inside of a truck, so unless you
sex like in a sleeper,
don't do it. You'll end up collapsing the mattress and stuff. The thing that holds the mattress, that plastic thing, that'll just break and you'll just fall right through the damn floor. So don't do it.
Yeah, bull. Yeah. Mr. Z said Peterbilt has small ass cat Freightliner, just the opposite. Yeah. Hey, Dill Rogers, how you doing? I'll be right back. I'm going to get something going in the kitchen here. You saw your auntie make a loaf of bread today? Huh?
Yeah, I got to see how Rosie makes the bread and the dough and the eggs and score the dough and let it rise. And it's like a. Some of them are twins, some of them are single. Wow, look at this bread. Boom.
Kaboom, baby.
Looks great.
Right there. That's it.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of truck shows and stuff like that, GAT and stuff like that. It's interesting to see what the industry has. I noticed a lot of the trucks are using a lot of airplane technology with the overhead storage, like, you know how they have the bins inside of an airplane. But yeah, I can't do a cab tour of the truck, Cassidy, because I don't need people knowing where I work and stuff like that. So yeah, that's right, random trucker. Never park next to a bull hauler in a truck stop because you will smell it all night long. Kenworths are in my opinion, Brandon, I like the Kenworths the best, but not the W9s. The W9s they're too long. They have no turn radius. You know, the same thing, small cab. I like a Kenworth T680, T700. You know, they're big, they're RV-like. There are no drug dealers or prostitutes in the truck stop, though. They're just not. They're not there. So So yeah. Do I look up to my uncle for advice? No. How long does it take to fill up? About 10 minutes if you're empty. 10, 12 minutes to fill up. You got 2 pumps on both sides. Pick and pull for big rigs. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about maybe buying a classic Pete or Kenworth, like one from the 70s or 80s. Maybe something cab over to restore and have as a show truck that I wouldn't use for work. But it's a very, very expensive hobby. Very expensive. Which TA are you at right now traveling the USA? Which one we're at? My BF complains about parking all the time. No parking or having to pay. Yeah, well, I mean, you have to just get creative with parking spots. Either, you know, I only park in the truck stop to shower. Other than that, I'm in the rest area, or I'm on the on-ramp, or I'm at the shipper or receiver. You know, I try to avoid the truck stops because that's how you get backed into, and it's just not worth it. I don't enjoy it, Juice. It's too old. You know, it's kind of creepy. You know. What's the best Flying J? I know Bosselman's out in Grand Island, Nebraska. The Bosselman's Travel Plaza. They're a Flying J, I think. They got the restaurant in there with the classic cars and stuff. That's pretty cool. Or, you know, TA's got Iowa 80, so the Petro TA Iowa 80.
Darcy, did you ever stop at that Wall Drug in South Dakota up there?
The where?
Wall Drug in South Dakota?
I don't think I have, no.
You know where the Mitchell Corn Palace is and all that shit up there.
Yeah.
Mitchell, South Dakota.
Fix the curtain rod before you leave. Oh, the curtain behind me. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it like that just for y'all. Nope, there are no lot lizards crawling around the lots, y'all.
I think the internet took care of a lot of that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Meet people on the
All right,
net.
so did you scrub one off in the shine check? What do you mean, like rub one out? No, I don't need to do that in the shine check. That's just for showering and making shine, so. That's right, Sparks, Nevada. They got a good truck stop on 80. I don't remember what it is, but I know which one you're talking about.
How about Elko over there on 80?
Elko?
Elko in Nevada?
Oh, ELKO?
Yeah, ELKO, Elko. Yeah.
Winnemucca.
Winnemucca, Elko. Yeah. They got a pretty big one in there.
When I'm out in like Nevada and Arizona, I like kicking it at the reservations. Stuff is tax free. They got parking. See the Native Americans walking around.
Well, like at Wendover or something? Or
yeah.
On the border of Utah and right there. It's a pretty wild place.
They really don't like this curtain rod behind you for some reason.
Yeah, that drives them crazy because it's dipped in the sense. It's like Boris's Duck Dynasty poster. It just attracts a lot of controversy behind me.
Aloha, Colleen. Hello to May. Hello.
Hey, Yoda May, how you doing, honey? Nice to see you. Hey, Colleen, how are you doing, sweetie? Left Wing says, I live in Nebraska. My basement flooded Thursday. That was fun. I'm sorry to hear that, Left Wing. Flying, yeah, I was going to say, I remember the Flying J in Wendover was fantastic over there, that Flying J. Missouri has the best stock and they pull up television and air conditioning. I guess there's competition, you know, to try to make them more and more comfortable. I've seen you go into truck stops and do hangouts before from you're sitting inside and there must be an internet area or something where you can sit.
The internet and truck stops, even when you pay for the premium truck stop Wi-Fi, all you're going to do is check your email. Like you can't even load a YouTube
just gonna
video.
Buffer like shit on there. Okay, because I would have thought they would get better and better. Yeah, it's not like you told the lot lizards to come knocking. Yeah, thank you, Colleen. Colleen wishes you safe travels.
Thank you.
Let's see. Left Wing said, not bad. The carpet was soaked, been vacuuming, drying it out since Thursday. That's terrible. That we had all this flooding on the Russian River. All these places went over underwater. Hey, Davey,
I tell
it's
you,
not drinking day for me. It's day 12 with no booze. So
I tell you what's my favorite truck stop in Nebraska. If you go in a town called Overton, Nebraska, off of 80, Overton, they have a place called J Bros Truck Stop. JJ Bros or J Bros, something like that. It's an Indian-owned truck stop. They have excellent Indian food in there. It's a little bit pricey, but for being out in the middle of nowhere,
nice
it's great.
lamb vindaloo.
And then me and Marshall, we stopped there a few miles out at a car museum called Chevyland USA. It's ran by a guy and his wife. They're in their 80s, and it's like run down. The roof is leaking. It's drip, all mint condition cars, but they're destroyed by water. Paint's destroyed, interior's destroyed from water. And I'm like, man, you got all these roof leaks, and you're just like, can't get up there anymore.
Yeah,
he's got a 58 Chevy Bel Air with the fuel injected engine in it. It's like red and with the white leather interior and the red dashboard, and it just sits there in the window fading in the sun. I'm like, how much you want for the car? My kids will get it.
Yeah, Giffy, you know.
And that's it, you know.
We have the old Giffy, you know.
Oh, Marshall's killing crab legs.
Yeah.
I killed crab legs on the way here at Sky City Casino in New Mexico. Pulled in, got dizzy as hell. Like, for all the salt, just makes you pass out, you know.
Winter trucking, you know. Calcium and salt and all that
I ended up filling up 2 of those Corona buckets full of crab shell. It was great.
How much they charge for that?
Snow crabs, all you can eat. They don't limit you. They just, and there's people
they don't
in there.
oversalt them like some. You go to some casinos. They're all fucked up. They're
some
all
casinos
salty as hell.
No, they weren't too salty.
Okay.
It's just the crab meat itself. They're salty because they're salt, not water creature. With the lime and butter, like $22.50.
Not bad.
Tip the waitress like $10.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
I'm sitting there just crack, and they're big too. Each one like this, you know.
Yeah. So
claws and all. It was great.
Yeah, he's actually got you know, being Sunday, there wasn't really anything to do. We thought he was going to roll out this morning, but he got the word that he'll be rolling out about 3 a.m. So be on his way. Yeah. Let's see. How you doing, Patreon Pirate?
Hello, Patreon. How are you?
Yes, there he is. It's been fascinating to talk to him. I've actually considered getting my CDL. I certainly think that Narsa could do me a good job at training me up, and I would certainly be a good listener.
We'll probably go after we're done with this. I'll take it for a spin around the block. Get to go riding around in a big semi.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bite to get out of here, man. So better just.
They go the cars. They stop when they see the truck backing out.
Yeah.
They gotta stop. They get scared. So.
Yeah, I know, Polly. I just you know, trying to get Cappy Meals signed up for spelling lessons. I think it'd be kind of a hoot to do that. To have I don't think it'd be any big deal to pass the written test, but
no, it's easy.
Get trained up.
It's easy. It just takes practice. Backing, you can't teach someone backing. It's just you get, you know, because
you gotta learn the mechanics.
Yeah,
way and that way.
Yeah, what you teach someone on a pad is not going to work in real life. You know, real life, it's a custom. There are no lines on. Sometimes you got to back in a spot. There's no lines on the ground.
Right.
You just got to know how to point that trailer where it's got to go, and then follow.
Yeah, I know left wing. Don't dare go back to work. Hey James, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Congratulations again on your win there. I don't know, Happy Meal. I'm just passing the message along from Polly to you. Hooked on phonics work for me. Backing your trailer to the blind side is the worst.
You're not supposed to blindside back. I've done it a few times because I had no choice. But whenever you can, do not always back from the driver's side. There's no sense in blinds. That's just
you have no visibility, right? I mean, unless somebody's.
Yeah, you got to get out and look 10 times, and people have to spot you. And if they don't know how to spot you, you'll end up crashing into somebody. Like.
Hello, yeah, RB Davy. Yep, Narsa's here. So I remember the first time my friend, I was in college, was a had gotten out of the Marine Corps and was going to college. So he was like 22 when everybody else was like 18 and shit. And he had a CDL, and he rode me from Baltimore up to Pottstown, Pennsylvania, on 81 or something.
Yeah,
Fucking guy was doing 90 miles an hour, pulling a fucking, what do you call it, big empty, open top, empty container things in the back. Like, holy shit, this guy was doing 90 up and down that thing. Unbelievable, scary as hell.
Patron S, what is my bottom of YouTube channel? It's Nomadic Narsa.
Nomadic Narsa is his channel. Yeah, the blind leading the blind, backing a trailer to the. I wouldn't. I mean, what the hell do? You have to have a spotter out there or somebody, right?
Yeah, and a lot of times people they don't know how to spot, or they'll intentionally make you crash into something, get a laugh, and walk away. So,
oh man, can you imagine?
The Somalians like doing that. They come, brother, come. You're a good brother. Come. Shit. And then, boom, you hit somebody, and then you're like, well, you said I was good. And they just turn around, have a good day. And they walk away.
You know, I feel like grabbing that little prick and, ramming his head through the.
I seen a guy. I think I was in Maryland. Jessup,
Maryland.
I was in Jessup, Maryland, and TA.
That's a real shithole.
I'm parked in the TA in Jessup, Maryland. This Mexican guy is out there. He's sticking out a little bit farther than everybody else. He's standing there talking to the driver, smoking a cigarette. This guy starts backing in next to him. And, he's on the blind side. So I'm like, he's about to hit this guy's truck. So I'm blowing on the horn like, stop. Guy just backing up, comes over, that trailer comes over his fender, bends the hood mounted mirror. I'm like, oh, stop him. After he gets the hood really good, then the Mexican guy pulls a cigarette out, flicks it on the ground. Hey, what the hell? You hit my truck. And I was like, no. You let him hit your truck. You let him hit your truck on purpose. Don't think you're gonna, because the guy's hood was mismatched from his truck.
So he's figured that's it.
He's thinking he's gonna get, this guy's company to replace the hood for him. And I was like, no. You let this happen. When the cops come here, I'll be sure to tell them that you let this. You were standing next to your truck when it happened, and you did nothing to stop it. You just sat there, smoked the cigarette, and said, "Watch this."
Let's see. Joe Smith, Ellicott City is the best ever. Yeah, it floods out too much on the Patapsco River.
Thank you, Patreon. Thank you.
Ellicott City is very interesting. It just floods out too much down there on the Patapsco River over there.
Happy Meal says, when are you getting your breast augmentation? I don't really think I needed it. They're already here. So.
Top in the morning, quirky girl. Happy St. Patty's Day to you. Yeah, they really do. They're just subject to such floods. They go through horrific things down there. Columbia, Maryland, down there. Route 40 West going out of Baltimore, Social Security Plaza, Social Security Boulevard, all that crap on the Baltimore Beltway. What a nightmare that is. How you doing, Kentucky woman? I'm drinking beer. Don't make me laugh. Yeah. No snakes in Ireland. No snakes in Hawaii either. How you doing, Kiwana? Nice to see you. As opposed to Guam, which is loaded with brown snakes that are venomous and stuff. So, yeah, very old city. Yep, Ellicott City down there.
They don't have snakes in Hawaii?
Mm-mm.
Do they have rats?
Yeah.
I wonder how the mice get there.
Just old ships came in the old days, and once you're there, it's it's a fertile place for you. But there's no snakes in Hawaii, and they're always very freaky about bringing animals in and things. Kevin Leonard, happy St. Patty's Day to you, me friends. Happy St. Patty's Day to you.
Today's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, March 17th. I'm going to turn this water down for me. Get some of these drops of dinner there. I'm starving.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess you can go ahead and set the table there. So, anyway, guys, I think we'll go ahead and ratchet it down. No seagulls either. Yes, there are no seagulls, and I never saw a seagull in Hawaii. Very true.
Really?
You see pigeons, these little land pigeons, little dove pigeons. Yeah, there's no seagulls there. You have lots of snakes being the weather is nice. We have to watch out for big western diamondback rattlesnakes here. So that's our big thing. Yeah, no seagulls. There's no snakes in Hawaii. There's no seagulls. So yep, happy St. Patty's Day. That's it. It's pretty nice out here. They're kind of waking up from their hibernation and all that. Anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and pack it down. Thank you for being here. Wishing Narsa safe travels. And it was wonderful having you here, Narsa. So
Thank you.
he will be back again. You can believe that. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody.